Good morning all. I still my humble self, Mr. Brown. Okay, I have a problem with me on the board. It's mathematics, but it's strictly under further maths. So I'm here to just to assist those current history students that normally complain about further math. That further maths is difficult, but it's not difficult. Okay. So before I start this problem on the board, this new problem on the board, don't forget to follow me up on my YouTube channel, Mr. Wise One. Just click on that button, subscribe button, so that instead of spending time when I'm dropping videos on mathematics based on further maths, we can be able to get them. Thank you so much. So we have problem 1 here. Factorize x cubed minus 6x squared plus 11x minus what? 6. How are you going to approach this problem? The first thing you need to do is that I'll bring this out. S cubed minus 6x squared plus 11x minus what? 6. So what will I add to what? X that will make this particular equation to be what? 0. That's the first thing I will do. If I say x is equals to what? 0. No, let me say x equals to what? 1. Let me say x is equals to what? 1. That means when x equals to 1, let me start from x equals to 1 and see whether this particular equation will be what? 0. So I'll now have my what? 1 raised to the power of what? 3 minus x is 1 raised to the power of what? 2 plus 11 over what? 1. That's what? 1 in brackets minus what? 6. So when I 1 raised to the power of 3 is what? 1 minus 1 raised to the power of 2 is what? 1, which is what? 6 plus 1 times 11, which is 11 minus what? 6. So 1 minus 5, I'll have my minus 5. 1 minus 6, I'll have my minus 5 plus what? 11 minus 6. You see that minus 11 plus minus 5 plus 11 minus 6 is equals to what? 0. That means 1 can go. That means when x equals to 1, when I add x equals to 1 in this equation, it will sum to what? 0. So my factor now is what? My factor will now be what? My factor is equals to what? X minus what? 1. So x minus 1 is now my what? Factor. So I'm going to use x minus 1 to divide this equation. So how am I going to do that? It's very simple. So x minus 1 divided by what? Everything here, which is x3. Okay, let me make it so that it's very visible. Very, very visible. Okay, let me bring it down a little bit. So my x minus 1 to divide everything, that's x raised to the power of 3 minus 6x squared minus 11x minus what? 6. Okay, if you check, this can be possible here. So let me stick it up so I'm able to get it very well. So I have my x minus 1 divided by x cubed minus 6x squared minus 11x plus 11x, so since I was plus 11x minus what? 6. Okay, so I have this now. So the next thing I'm going to do is that what will I multiply with this that will give me x raised to the power of 3 minus x squared? You see that if I multiply this minus this x minus 1 times what? X raised to the power of what? 2. I'll have what? X raised to the power of 3 minus what? X raised to the power of what? 2. That means here will be what? X squared. Okay? So if I multiply x squared times this, what will I have? I'll have my what? S cubed minus what? X what? Squared. Okay? So remember, this is plus and minus, and this is what? Minus what? Plus. So I have to draw my line. So I'm using minus on this. S cubed minus s cubed, I have my what? 0. That one is over. So on this, I'm using this plus. Minus 6x squared plus what? X squared. I'll have my minus 5x squared plus 11x minus what? 6. Okay? Have this. The next thing I'm going to do is that what will I multiply to this that will give me my minus 5x squared? If you see that, it's very simple. So if I multiply minus 5x to this particular factor, which is x minus 1, I'll have my what? I'll have minus what? 5x squared. So on this, I'm going to put minus 5x here, okay? So this is very simple, but it's somehow logical, but it's very simple. So my minus 5x times this, what will I have? 5 minus 5x times x, I'll have my what? Minus 5x squared. Okay? 5 minus 5x times minus 1. Minus times minus is plus. 5x times 1, I'll have my plus 5x. Okay? Remember, this is what? This is plus and minus, isn't it? And this is what? Plus and minus as well. So I'll have to rule it. Okay? So, minus 5x squared plus 5x squared. I'll have my what? 0. Okay? As you can see. So on this now, I have my what? Plus 11 minus 5x. So I have my what? 5, that is 11x minus what? 5x. I'll now have my 6x minus what? 6. Okay? So I'm almost there. So come to this again. What will I multiply to this factor? My x minus 1. That will give me what? This, my 6x. If you can check, is positive what? 6. That means here is what? Plus what? 6. Once I multiply this 6 to this, my factor, which is x minus 1, I'll have this as well. So what can see? 6 times what? X. I'll have my 6 what? X. Right? So plus 6x times minus 1. I'll have my minus what? 6. Okay? The same thing here is plus and what? Minus. Here is what? Plus. So I'll rule as well. So I'm using the minus sign on this. 6x minus 6x. So this one is what? 0. Okay? So I'm using the what? Minus the plus sign here as well. Minus 6 plus 6. I'll still have what? I'll still have what? My 0. Okay? So everything here is now what? 0. So this is my what? Equation, which is what? X squared minus 5x plus what? 6 equals to what? 0. What the next thing I'm going to do? I'm going to what? Factorize this now. Okay? I'm going to factorize this particular equation. How am I going to do it? What is the positive value of this particular what? 6. So I'm going to use LCM method on this. It's very, very simple. But when I use LCM on this, I'll have two positive values, which is what? 2 and what? 3. So I'll have my what? X squared minus 2x minus 3x plus 6 equals to what? 0. How did I get these two values? I got it from what? This 6. The LCM of what? 6. To get the two positive values, that will give me this minus what? 3x. So if you check, minus 2x minus 3x will give you what? Minus 5x. So I have to equate this, right? So what is common here? X. X into x squared, I have x minus 2. Okay? What is common here is what? 3. So I have minus what? 3, open bracket, x plus x minus times plus, I have minus what? 2 is equals to what? 0. Okay? So I have my x minus 3, x minus what? 2, and what? X minus 1. So these are the what? Factors. These are the factors. These are the factors of what? This particular what? Problem. Okay? So thank you so much. Don't forget to follow me up on my YouTube channel. Just click on the subscribe button. I remain blessed.